Hey guys, it's Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist. You guys have asked for this review, Neutrogena's Rapid Wrinkle Repair, RWR. So this is the regenerating cream Retinol SA. Big question is this comparable to Olay's Retinol 24? Now I did purchase the fragrance-free version of this. I did use the fragrance version of this back in the day. I remember a few years ago, I went to a dermatology conference and I did try the fragrance version and it did burn my face. So I was a little, when you guys did comment and ask me to review this, I was like, oh, that one? But I did see that there is a fragrance-free version and I tried it out and it's a very similar look to Olay's Retinol 24, and I'm going to compare the two in another video, but I just want to talk about this one specifically. So retinol, real quick, why do we care about retinols? Retinol is a vitamin A derived topical cream. It can be a gel, it can be a serum. It's over the counter typically. Retinols are not as strong as the prescription stuff I write for my patients in clinic, and the prescription stuff would be adapalene 0.3%, tretinoin, which is the king, the gold standard retinoic acid, the most active form of retinoids, and tazarotene is another great effective retinoid. There are other things like a cleaf out there, which is trifarotene, and some others. But so over-the-counter wise, the most commonly found retinoid you can find is retinol. There's retinil, like retinol palmitate, which is supposedly the least potent, and then retinol, and then retinaldehyde is the most potent out of the over-the-counter retinoids. Retinols have to be converted to retinaldehyde before becoming retinoic acid. So this one is not as potent as retinol. The family retinoids, they are great for many things like acne prevention, keeps your pores clean. It keeps the lining of the pore from shedding too much keratin, so it doesn't block up your pores, causing whiteheads and blackheads. It also is great for fine lines and wrinkles. It tells your fibroblasts in your second layer of skin, hey, make more collagen, so it increases collagen production over time. The other benefit is that it helps with cell turnover. So if you're working on lightening brown spots like freckles that I got in Hawaii, I was able to lighten them with chemical peels with consistent use of a retinoid and just serial chemical peels. Not going crazy with the chemical peels, but they work together very well in peeling off the old layer of skin and bringing in new skin. So this is a nice rejuvenating ingredient. I like this a lot. If you're pregnant though, do not use a retinoid cream of any form. Going to Neutrogena's Rapid Wrinkle Repair, I know some of you were turned off by the jar formulation of Olay Retinol 24. This is also a jar, but if you're bothered by it, there are these hygienic skincare spoons that you could consider so that you're not getting your finger in there, and you just got to keep your spoon clean, of course. I do have spoons around the place, but I usually lose them, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So you can already tell, it's a thicker consistency from Olay Retinol 24, and no fragrance. Now that looks like frosting right there. Really thick. I'm just going to dab a little on my face. Just need a small amount. Large green pea-sized amount is probably all you need. It's moisturizing too. You can put a little extra on your neck if you want to treat your neck. Be careful, this area is sensitive, so a lot of times beginners who start off with a retinoid cream will get irritation on the neck, around the mouth, around the eyes. You can peel. Do not get this close to your eye. Just rub it in at bedtime. I usually say bedtime is the time to do it because a lot of retinoids get deactivated by the sun. Don't forget your nose because it helps keep your blackheads in check, especially as we're wearing masks now. Retinoids have been a great friend of mine for many years, but especially now when I'm wearing a mask in clinic all day long. So definitely do a small amount. If you're starting off, want to stick with a pea-sized amount. If you want to apply more, you're going to run into trouble. It doesn't make it more effective. It doesn't work faster than it's supposed to. By adding more, it's just going to increase your risk of irritation of your skin. So here, use it at bedtime so that the sunlight does not deactivate it. It's a great nighttime moisturizer as well. So if you're really dry, you could follow up with another moisturizer after this, but I'd say no, this is fine. This one is special because it has accelerated retinol SA, and this has a sugar that boosts the strength of the retinol. I don't know the exact percentage of the retinol concentration in this. You know, all these over-the-counter products, they don't disclose how much retinol is in it, so I can't tell you that. But I'm trusting that this does do a good job in the anti-aging field, and I did like using this in the last several weeks. I feel like it's helped keep my skin in check, especially the pore game. It definitely keeps my retinoid glow going. So I actually like this one. I do like this one a lot more than its fragrance cousin that I've tried before in the past. So thanks for letting me know about this one, guys. I actually think this is a really cool product. So let's go through the ingredients really quickly. It has a pretty simple ingredient list, has all the things you want in a good moisturizer, including glycerin, hyaluronic acid, 2 classic humectants that draw in and retain water. It also has dimethicone, which is, for me, a great moisturizing ingredient. It's an occlusive ingredient. It's not a humectant, but it helps seal in water and your other skincare products. It also gives you a nice silky texture too. That's why I like it in my hand creams, because it doesn't leave a sticky residue. It just goes on really silky, so it adds that emollient benefit. You mentioned it has that glucose complex, which does boost the strength of the retinol, and it says on the box that it's scientifically proven to be more potent than retinol palmitate and pro-retinol. So still not as strong as your prescription medicines, but this is still a good option if you're a beginner to retinoids. Say you're in your 20s and you want to start off with a retinoid, or you have sensitive skin. This is a great one to start off with because it's gentle, has no fragrances. It's not a potent retinoid, because a lot of the prescription retinoids when you start off can cause burning, itching, peeling, redness. Some people even purge. It's not common, but a lot of people say they purge on social media, and they worry about purging. I don't see that a lot. So purging is when you start getting, all of your, you might get an increased flare of acne, your pimples might be coming out, having more whiteheads, coming to the surface, but I don't see that very often. So I wouldn't worry about, purging as much with these over-the-counter, less potent forms of retinoids. So I guess the big question is, do you need a moisturizer with this? I'd say most of the time, majority, no. This is it. This is all you need to put on before going to bed, and it dries up really quickly on my, oh wow, nice and smooth. Silky. Nice and silky there. So I give this a thumbs up. Dr. Sugai gives this an 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5 shakas. Pros would be the cost. It's very affordable. It has hyaluronic acid, glycerin, dimethicone, fragrance free. I have no problems with fragrance, and that's why I like Rock Retinol Deep Correction nighttime cream, and that has fragrance in it as well as their other products. But if you have a known allergy or sensitivity to fragrance, you might want to stick with something like this, especially starting off with the retinoid game. So I think another pro is this is a great beginner retinoid. Okay, and then the other thing is it's accessible. You can find this at your local drugstore, Walmart, Target, Amazon. I'll add this to my shelf. I'll have the link down below. I'm going to definitely put a retinoid link in because I like retinoids a lot. Of course, I talk about this all the time, and it's like almost too good to be true on how all the benefits it can provide. So cons would be that you might be turned off by the jar presentation. You got to stick your finger in to get this whipped out frosting and put it on your face. You might rather have a pump, an airtight container, but I don't mind this. I know that every time we open this up, yes, theoretically we decrease the lifespan of the cream, decrease the potency of the retinoid. So that is a component to it. But I'd say definitely when you're done using it, don't leave the cap open. Always tighten it well. You can store it in a cool place. This doesn't like heat. For me, it's the accessibility for sure, and and also the silky feel. When I choose a retinoid, I want something that feels great on my face, and that's why I'm going to compare all of these things to like the Ordinary's retinol in squalane. That's one that I definitely want to talk about soon. And we will shortly do a comparison video soon. Dr. Sugai compares this one, Rapid Wrinkle Repair, versus the Olay Retinol 24. So stay tuned for this video, and I'll explain to you my thoughts on when I put them head to head. Okay, so please like the video, please share with your friends. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Please subscribe, and let's keep having fun here. Take care and be well. Peace.